Hi students, welcome to another session of biology. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter and the leftovers of last chapter is there. We have to do the picture study, the assignments and all that I will be telling in the Google Meet. Okay, so now we are going to start a new chapter, that is human digestive system. The chapter name is human body, the digestive system, chapter number 4. Okay, the number 4 chapter we are going to start. So in this chapter we will be learning about the different aspects of human digestive system. So before that, let me tell you some important terms that we should remember in digestion while learning digestion. The first term that we should remember is nutrition. What is exactly nutrition? Nutrition is actually dividing the food into smaller pieces. Okay, if it is bigger bulky piece, while we are eating dosha, what is it? Dosha is a round thing, isn't it? We have to pinch it into smaller pieces and put it into our mouth. In our mouth it will be grinding with saliva, mixing with saliva. We will be dissolving it, and then again and again it will be digested. It will be divided into smaller and smaller pieces. Why we need to divide into smaller pieces? Because as such a big dosha cannot give nutrition to us, cannot provide energy to us. So the food is divided into smaller particles, and that from that particles the energy is taken from our body. As you have already learned, in the cells we have got very microscopic cells, isn't it? And for that cells, can we provide this much big dosa? No, we have to provide smaller tiny particles. So that is the process of digestion. Okay, and the way of digesting food, the way of converting food into an acceptable manner by our body is called nutrition. Okay, now next term is nutrients. Nutrients are the term which is used for food. Okay, nutrients are the part of the food which we are taking into our body so that we can get energy. We have we have learned three kinds of food, isn't it? One is energy giving food, one is body building food, one is storage food. In smaller classes you must have learned. Okay, so which is the energy giving food? Yes, in nutrients the energy giving food is carbohydrates. Okay, energy giving food. Next one is the proteins, which is body building food. Okay, next one is the storage food, which we are saying fat. Okay, now next comes the minerals and vitamins, which is required for the smooth functioning of our body. That is, we need immunity to fight against diseases and all. These all are carried out by minerals and vitamins along with the other nutrients. So the food is, now you should think in mind that if we are having a food, for example, if we had today morning, what breakfast you had? Think about it. Okay, write it down. The for example, today morning I had idli with sambar and chutney I had. Okay, so what all things are there in idli, sambar and chutney? Let us write. Let us find out what all things are. Now what you have to do? You have to ask your mother what all things are there in the idli, what all things they are adding. Yes, rice is obviously there. Then what we say, black gram, or we will say urunnu in Malayalam. Okay, urad dal we will say in Hindi. Okay, black gram we will say. Then in sambar what all things are there? Spices are there. Okay. Then what is there? In sambar, vegetables are there. Okay. Then chutney order there, coconut is there. Oil is there. In here also oil is there. We are actually mixing it my oil, mustard and all. Okay, so coconut and oil, then again spices, chili. Spices means chili is there. So these all things are there. Okay, these all contents are there. So let us find out whether we had all the nutrients in our, just now I wrote carbohydrate, protein, fat, minerals, vitamins. These all things I wrote. Are they all present in this in my breakfast? I'm asking you. If you have got your own kind of breakfast, you can write that. Okay, that is some. If you had puttu and kadala, you can write that. Okay, so according to you, you can write your lecture note. Okay, no need of copying this. Okay, so S, black gram, of course, protein. Rice means carbohydrate. Vegetables, vitamins. Spices, oil, minerals are there. Then all this we need water, isn't it? Water, we use water for cooking. So all these are containing water. So water is there. So let us say that if you are having a glass of milk along with this, your breakfast is complete. I didn't have milk. So if you are having a cup of milk or a cup of tea, so the milk, the other contents are also coming. So your breakfast is complete. Your breakfast is a balanced food. That is what we are saying. Okay, this is how we decide whether it is balanced diet or not. We will check whether carbohydrate is there, protein is there, fat is there. Here which is fat? Oil. Oil is fat. Okay. Then vitamins are there. In vegetables, vitamins will be there. Then minerals are there. That is spices, minerals will be there. So these kind of things we can check in our own food. So let's go to the inner cells, inner part of the digestive system. Next comes the human digestive system. Okay students, so next we will find out what all things are there in our digestive system. In order to split the food into an acceptable manner, that is we have to get carbohydrates separate, protein separate, fat separate, we have to get separated. All these have to be separated from our food into the simplest forms. And how our digestive system helps in this. Okay, what all are the things that present in digestive system? There are two sections in our digestive system. First section is the structure of digestive system which help in digestion. That is the alimentary canal. Now the food mixes with some chemicals, okay, which helps in digestion. That chemicals are actually produced. That chemicals are called enzymes. They are produced by the digestive glands. They are specialized organs which can produce these enzymes. Okay. So first we will start with alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? Yes, of course, it is not a canal like a water canal or something, okay? It is a tube-like structure starting from our mouth and ending to our anus. Okay. And in different areas, it has got different kinds of different diameters. Okay, different organs are there. Sometimes it is straight like esophagus. Okay, sometimes it is very coiled like small intestine. Sometimes it is very thick just like large intestine. Sometimes it is very muscular just like our rectum. So these all terms are actually coming. You will be confused. So what I will do is that I will share a picture and I will explain with the help of a picture. First of all, let me show you how to draw this picture, okay, of alimentary canal. So students, this is the picture that I promised you to show. It shows the mouth, salivary glands, esophagus, stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, gallbladder, liver and all are coming under digestive glands. Okay, so right now you concentrate on stomach, the large intestine, small intestine, as you can see, very coiled. Large intestine is the thicker region, is the region which is very expanded. Then comes the last portion, that is the rectum and the anus. So that's it. Students, we will draw the digestive system. You have to draw this along with me. All of your lecture notes must have this. So this is the face of a person. This is mouth. Okay. And it will go down. This portion is called pharynx, which is a common pathway for both nose and mouth. Pharynx. That's why if we eat something, if we laugh and all, it will come through our nose. Okay, because mouth, it is connected through pharynx into the nose. Next comes the esophagus, which is a straight tube. Okay, straight tube you have to draw. Okay, and this is the part of digestive system which does not take a part in digestion. In esophagus is only connecting the mouth and the other part of digestive system. Esophagus doesn't have any other function. It is not digesting food. So when you are asked a portion where in digestive system where there is no digestion taking place, that place is called esophagus. Okay. Now after the esophagus will end in a J-shaped bag. So you can see this is called stomach. Okay, then stomach will the canal will become really coiled structure. This is almost 6 meters. The length of small intestine is 6 meters, 6 to 7.5 meters. Okay, that means the length of your mama's sari, that is the length of your small intestine. It is very much coiled and then it ends here in the large intestine. Okay, the small intestine will come and join the large intestine. There you can see the biggest area of large intestine. Okay, here you have a finger like projection here, the joining area, which is called the appendix. Okay, then this portion will be forming the rectum. This is the anus. Children, hope you can see this. Can you please check? This portion is seen. Wait. Okay, just focus. It's rectum and this is the anus. So this is a continuous tube. It is not open anywhere. You can see that. Okay, so this is what we will say the digestive system, containing the digestive system having the alimentary canal. Now one by one we will go to the digestive system. First part that we are going to discuss is the oral cavity. Okay, this region is called the oral cavity. Children, what all are there in the oral cavity? Yes, we have teeth, we have tongue, isn't it? These all things are there in our oral cavity. Teeth, tongue, then what all things? You can mention them. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the different types of teeth that we are having. Okay, as you see in the mirror, you can see you have got different types of teeth. Some teeth are very sharp, some are flat, some are very rounded, isn't it? Why these kind of teeth are there for us? Yes, what all kinds of food we are eating? If we are eating vegetables, if we are eating carrot, what will be the first thing that we will be crushing it, isn't it? While crushing, we need chisel-like teeth. That is our front teeth. Okay, so let us learn which all are the teeth. So students, type of teeth. The first type is incisor. Okay, which is, just draw along with me. This is chisel shaped. This is the outer down portion of the teeth which is inside our jaw. This is the root portion. Okay, this is the crown portion. It is just chisel shaped, very sharp, chisel shaped. Okay, what is the function of incisor? Yes, it is biting. Biting, or we will say slicing, we can say. Biting, we will say. Okay. Second one is the canines. The canines. The canines are sharp, you say, sharper. Okay. Root also you have to draw. This is sharp. Okay. The shape is sharper. It will have a sharp point. Somebody will be having not that much pointed. It always, the tip will be sharper. It is for tearing. Tearing something. So those animals which are flesh eating will be having prominent canines. Yes, tiger, lion, cat. These kind of animals will be having tearing teeth. They will be very prominent, will stand out of their mouth. Isn't it? Just like Dracula we will have seen. Okay. So in biting means gnawing. That is, something is we will do like this. Yes. Rabbit. Rabbit, when gnawing the carrot, biting the carrot, it will use this kind of teeth. So that is called biting teeth. This one is tearing teeth. So third one is called the premolar. Premolar. Okay. Premolar is actually, the shape of premolar is like this. It is a round teeth. Okay. A round teeth. Okay. A round teeth. It has got two roots. Okay. Very powerful. It is for chewing and grinding. Chewing and grinding. So this portion of our mouth will be having this premolars, chewing and grinding, just grinding things. So those herbivores, just like cow, elephant and all, camel and all, herbivorous animals, they will be eating lot of vegetables, isn't it? Lot of plants. So they have to be crushed nicely. So those animals will be having prominent premolars and molars. Okay, next one is molars, which is the last set of teeth, which is the biggest set of teeth. We will say they will have three roots, very big teeth. They are having chewing, grinding and crushing, because they are very big. They have the capacity to crush things. That's why when we have to crush something, we will keep it over here. We will keep it inside our mouth and we will keep it near to our last teeth and we will crush it, because it is very powerful. That's why. So those animals which are having this capacity, that are having vegetables lot, that is, they are having green plants, we have these two prominent. Flesh eating will have this prominent, and biting will be having this prominent. But what about us? We are having all kind of food. We are having, we are omnivores. That's what we are calling. Flesh eating animals are called carnivores. Vegetable eating are called herbivores. Both of them means it is called omnivores. So we human beings are omnivores, so that we have all kind of teeth. That is why we have got 4 kind of teeth. Their names, their shape and their structure is very, very important. Okay. So next, children, we will be learning about the other structures in the digestive system, which we will continue in the next class.